African Christian University is a tertiary education institution that's been established by the Reformed Baptist churches in Zambia. The idea came up in 2008. It took us a number of years to finally open doors, and in 2016 we then had our initial group of students. The university primarily aims to develop a whole new generation of young people who would understand God's world and their own careers from a biblical worldview. And so that's really our uniqueness. That's where we emphasize. It's not just a Christian university for teaching people with some devotional exercises by the side. It is one where all the courses are deliberately taught from a biblical worldview.
I'm Jack Greenaway. I'm from Sydney, Australia. Australia is a beautiful country, one by the coast with a lot of ocean. It's one that's actually started to struggle culturally. It started off as a more conservative Christian country and has become more of a progressive liberal nation, consumed by liberal ideologies. I'm studying theology. I chose to study theology because, as I previously mentioned, Australia is a struggling nation now with its liberal ideologies threatening all facets of society and culture, from churches, universities, schools, primary schools, and I felt quite threatened and worried for Australia. So I felt quite driven to leave what I was studying at the time. I was studying law at the time. I felt quite driven to learn how to defend my faith, and that's why I chose to study theology. I chose ACU, well, first because my parents found it while watching Pastor Mbewe and Vodi Borkum on YouTube. They introduced it to me, and then I became fascinated by it. I discovered it at a time where I was quite vulnerable, searching for what to do next, uncertain about my future. I was seeking a theological course, and I discovered it at ACU, and that's what drove me to come here. It's contributed to my personal growth in a way more than I could have even imagined. On the first day I remember coming here and getting absolutely fascinated and captivated by the teaching, surprised by the amount that I learnt in the first day alone. And that has really contributed to my thoughts as a whole as a person, my personal journey, my faith, and my overall knowledge about the world, about philosophy, and about Christianity. ACU is extremely unique. The reason why I was so drawn to even making the leap to come to Zambia in the first place is because there isn't a university like it. In Australia there was a big lack of Christian institutions. There are institutions that call themselves Christian but weren't actually Christian, and I was left lacking in terms of what was available for me and what I wanted, and that was a institution completely centered and focused on God, not just in terms of its curriculum but in terms of the community within it as well. And that's what I found at ACU. It's extremely unique, and what they're trying to do here is amazing. Coming from a different country, a home in a different country is hard to find. In ACU, it was still a struggle at the beginning, as it is in any different culture, in any different society. But when I came to ACU, the closeness of the community here is amazing. The fact that I found a classroom that was small, like-minded, and pursued the same things that I did really helped in terms of finding friends, finding a family. And I think that's how ACU brought. That's what ACU brought for me. I've had many memorable moments, from finding my future wife here to finding to having great fun at sports days, at storytelling nights, going out to class outings with my friends. All these things ACU's provided for me. Plans are never certain, but I'm seeking to venture into more apologetics, potentially the political sphere, and impact those spheres through Christianity and through what I've learnt at ACU. Advice I would give to other students that coming internationally into ACU is just to go all in. If you go and sit on the fringes, don't try to get invested, and if you're not really committed to trying to make friendships, trying to learn and work hard, then coming here from a different country would be pointless. If you're willing to work hard, make the friendships, make the relationships, ACU is extremely worthwhile, and you find a home for life.